About an hour ago, a judge in Idaho denied a motion to acquit Chad Daybell of charges in his triple murder trial. This after the state rested its case this morning. The so-called doomsday author is accused of killing his wife, Lori Vallow's two kids, Tylee and JJ, who used to live right here in the valley. He's also accused of killing his first wife, Tammy Daybell. We're now in the 6th week of testimony in Idaho, and so far, prosecutors have called investigators, relatives, and people in Chad and Lori's dark religious circle, claiming the couple plotted to kill those who were obstacles in their relationship. But after the state rested, the defense filed a motion to acquit Daybell on all charges, saying that the state did not meet its burden of proof. Then the judge pointed out a clerical error in the murder charge related to JJ Vallow's death. That error could have resulted in the judge dismissing that charge.
We're all kind of falling on our sword here. This was clearly an oversight. We're talking about a clerical error in a subsequent document that was not in the initial document. This is exactly the type of mistake or inadvertence that the court could reopen this case for.
They've lost their chance. They don't get to go back. Judge, I'm asking the court to dismiss the charge.
Joining me now for the backstory is 12 News journalist Erica Stapleton. Erica, we know you've been covering this. So many twists and turns in this case. But let's talk about this particular error. Apparently, it could have been a big problem for the case.
Yeah, it wasn't a good look and quite frankly came as a shock. The error was the wrong date of death for JJ Vallow, which is something that the state has brought up in Lori Vallow's case. It's something that has been known to them for years, and the defense knew for years. So that's a big error, but the judge ultimately found after hearing arguments that this seems like an inadvertent mistake. The dates that were listed were actually the dates of Tylee Ryan, JJ's sister's death. So it was, a date. He said it's an inadvertent error, and he denied the motion to acquit it, but it definitely wasn't a good look. And something that no one caught. The defense even brought up, hey, you guys have 4 attorneys on your team and no one caught this before, referring to the prosecution. So not a good thing, but ultimately the case is moving forward with all 8 felony charges against Chad Daybell.
Okay, so who are we expecting the defense to call?
Well, he's said that it's possible he'll have his own, well, it's not possible, he will have his own experts. It's possible that he might recall some of the state's witnesses, and the big one we're expecting to hear from are some of Chad Daybell's own children. They haven't spoken out too much since this has all really happened, giving very limited media interviews, and when they did speak out, they were defending their father. So it'll be really interesting to hear their perspective on all of this, especially because he's accused of killing their own mother. So a really twisted case here and situation, and what we've seen so far from the defense during the prosecution side of this is that he's really laying the groundwork to blame Chad's current wife, Lori Vallow, and her brother, Alex Cox, who died before any charges in this case were filed. So the 3 are considered co-conspirators by investigators. So a lot there. And I will say too, Tram, that a lot of ties to the valley here. One of the defense's strategies that we've seen come through so far is that he's saying, his wife, or Chad Daybell's wife, I should say, Lori Vallow, is currently facing 2 charges here in Maricopa County, conspiracies that are related to all the other cases up in Idaho. But he's saying, hey, only Lori's charged. Chad isn't facing those charges. So maybe it's more her involved in these cases too. So it'll be really interesting to see what continues to happen. And we're expecting him to start his defense case on Monday.
Okay, I know you'll be watching, and you're going to have more coming up on 12 News at 6:30.
That's right.
All right, Erica, thank you so much.